Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to the channel. My name is Victor, and I'm going to be your anchor for this training. So this is the Health, Safety, and Environment, HSC 1, 2, and 3. This is the curriculum description for this course, this training, this tutorial. The thing about health, safety, and environment is safety is everybody's business. You need to be safe. You need to be sound. So if you're going to work, wherever you're going to be, whether you're at home, whether you're at work, whether in the factory, safety is very critical and important. So we're going to be looking at health as relates to our safety and of course, and our environment. We look at it from three perspectives: from the HSC 1, which is an appreciation of what safety is about, some of the concepts and definitions. We're also going to look at HSC 2, which is general HSC. Then we'll also look at some aspects of supervisory HSC, that is HSC 3. And the question is, who should attend the HSC training? So it's a good fit for anyone looking to get involved in this very sought after career. Even if you are in any field, safety is very paramount. You should be able to know when some of your actions or the actions of others constitute you're not being safe in whatever environment you are. So this is for all employees, all employers, supervisors, project managers. So if you are doing project management, if you are going to be managing people, if you are going to be managing resources, you should have some good and sound knowledge about health, safety, and environment. So it's also aimed at those starting up and running a small to medium-sized business. If you have a small enterprise, if you have a large enterprise, a medium-scale business, you should understand what HSC is all about. And that's why you should also appoint somebody within your enterprise that's going to be your safety representative, either in the small firm or in the large firm, right? So these are the kind of things we're going to be exploring in this curriculum. What are the benefits of you attending this training? It will sharpen your skills on occupational safety, right? So what are the kind of safety skills you need in workplace, fire, CPR, first aid? All of these concepts, we're going to examine them and see how you can be safe within your environment. Then we're also going to look at how advanced HSC training can increase your work productivity. If you're not safe, there's no how you can be productive, right? And also make you marketable. If you have HSC, your employer is going to know that, yes, you understand safety, you're going to be bringing something additional to the table. In module 1 of this health, safety, and environment course, we're going to be looking at introduction to occupational health. We're going to be looking at the concept of occupational health. We're going to start classifying different workplace environments. Then we'll look at hygiene and safety. Then we'll touch a little bit about food, right? So the different kind of items that we're going to find in the workplace. Is it food? Is it gas? Is it fire? Then industrial hygiene, workplace safety, types and application of safety equipment. In looking at safety equipment, we're going to be looking at all of the things that you need to be safe in terms of your personal protective equipment. So this equipment that your corporation or your enterprise needs to give to you, those things are your responsibility. And some things that some kind of tasks that you need to do within your organization. And without some PPEs, you shouldn't be doing them. You have no business doing them. So we're going to explore all of these aspects. Then in module 3, we're going to be looking at hazard recognition, right? How do you evaluate hazards? And how do you also implement some controls? We're going to look at the different sources of hazards. We're going to look at the types of hazards and the controls of hazards. Risk management framework is very, very crucial and very, very important when it comes to health, safety, and our environment. There's a concept called exposure routes and assessment. So the question is that if you're looking at risks, we're looking at those likelihood that some bad things are going to happen. we need to be able to assess our risks. You should be able to know what our risk appetite is like. We should be able to look at what are the kind of things that we can tolerate, what are the kind of things we should transfer and give to a third party to help us handle, what are the kind of things we should start working on how to mitigate. We're looking at this exposure route and assessment. We look at the different ways that risks can come into either our enterprise. Are we going to be inhaling gas or something, some chemicals? Are we going to be ingesting them? Is it going to be dermal? So dermal has to do with our body. There's some kind of chemicals, some kind of things, or water, or contaminated items that's going to get in contact, have contact with our body, and it can be life-changing. So we're going to look at all of this and see how do you evaluate your risks and also communicate such risks, because it's what you have identified, analyzed, evaluated, that of course you cannot communicate to your workers. Then we look at a healthy worker effect. In module 5, we're going to be looking at clinical occupational health and safety. So this relates to, for instance, if somebody have an ailment, if somebody needs first aid, if somebody have some issues, it can impact his health and it can have an adverse effect on his work and even his colleagues. We're going to look at work-related diseases, work-related ailments, stress, how to cope with most of these things. We're going to look at how you're going to be surveying your workers' health, how you need to do some background check, how you need to do some pre-employment and periodic medical examination. So you shouldn't be shocked that an employee have maybe an ailment or have some kind of challenge, because when you don't have an idea about your workers' safety, your workers' health, what's going to be happening is that you will assign some tasks and some responsibilities that ordinarily you shouldn't have done. In Unit 3 of the Module 5, we look at occupational accident, injuries in the workplace, and workman compensation, right? Just like in the human and resource management course, where we look at compensation. So humans are a type of resource, just like you have money, you have material, you have other forms of resource. So there's need for compensation. Then in the last module, we'll look at legislation and policies of occupational health. So you need to do health audit from time to time. You should have a HSE policy or occupational health policy. You should have a code of conduct. You should have a kind of health practice. So in this HSE 1, 2, 3, we'll examine some concepts that have to do with an appreciation of HSE. HSE is for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you're a medical doctor, whether you're an IT expert, whether you're into manufacturing, whether you're a project manager. HSE is critical to your safety. That's why we normally say safety first, your health first. Then at the end of this course, after we've examined appreciation of HSE, we've looked at general HSE, we also look at some supervisory HSE. If you need to manage others, if you need to create some policies, do some risk assessment, have some guidelines and some procedures and some SOPs, right? Procedures that will help you achieve your organizational goals. We'll look at how you can do all of that. Then we'll do some little projects, we'll do some research work, look at HSE within Africa, in some climes in Europe. Look at how health and safety is done in the different spheres of life, different niches, different environments. Then of course we'll do some tests, and we're going to be certifying each participant of this training. So if you have a question, please don't forget to comment, to like, share this video to your friends and colleagues, and see you in the training.